All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the call. Super excited to be here, guys. Real quick, before we get started, let's one more time. Let's just see where everybody's calling in from. I know I saw people from all over the world in the chat earlier. I know we got Knoxville, Tennessee. We got Wisconsin, Hawaii, Atlanta, Florida, Miami, Michigan. We got people in Vietnam. Let's go, Harat. What's going on, man? Dallas. We got some Iowa Hawkeyes in the chat. We got Illinois, Los Angeles, Wisconsin, Chicago. Awesome, guys. Well, hey, man, I'm super excited to be here today. This is a very, very big call. Let me go ahead and record this so we can get this out to everybody. In progress. This call, guys, is something that, we've been working towards for quite a while now. If you guys don't know me personally, my name is Matthew Thayer, guys. I'm a Crown Ambassador inside of CONEQTX, and a lot of you guys are coming from the brand of CONEQTX and, seeing some things happening on social media, seeing some changes, and, you guys want to know what's going on here. And some of you guys have invited guests. Some of you guys, want to know what the next move is and kind of what's going on here. And that's what we're going to go over here today, guys. We're going to go over the new launch. We're going to talk about basically, guys, how you can pre-launch here with us and basically be able to take advantage of this move that we have decided to make, guys. Again, I was a Crown Ambassador inside of CONEQTX, and I was there for 3.5 years. We worked on incredible things. We had an incredible app, incredible education, and we decided to make an absolute power move by basically merging two things together and basically being able to help you guys be able to keep everything that you guys love, all of the products, all the education, all the live sessions, all the value, but just give you guys more. So if you guys are hearing this for the very first time, can I see some ones in the chat? I want to know how many new people are on this call for the very first time. Can I see some ones in the chat, guys? Wow, we have some new people here. We got a lot of new people. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Basically, the person that invited you guys onto this call is extremely excited, and they want you to know exactly what we got going on and how you can take advantage. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm actually going to share my screen and I'm going to run through the information behind what we're doing. But I'm extremely excited, guys. I've been in the industry of this space for over 14 years, and I've had the privilege of helping people all over the world, make online money and be able to retire from work, retire from their jobs. This industry has allowed me to retire from my job. I just made a story today. It's crazy, guys, to think that over 8 years, I've not worked a 9-to-5. I've been able to wake up, when I'm tired of sleeping. I've been able to design my life, and I've been able to live a life that most people dream of. And I'm not going to say that to brag. I'm not going to say that to boast. I'm just going to say this, guys. I'm a small town kid. I'm from a town called Clear Lake, Wisconsin. There's actually more cows than people from where I'm from. I graduated with 63 people. But I had a dream, guys. I had a vision that I wanted to be able to live a life of abundance. I wanted to live a life that most people can't live. And when I saw this information, when I saw this industry, guys, I said yes. I said yes, and I went all in. I had desire. And I know a lot of you guys that are on this call right now probably are sick and tired of being sick and tired. You guys probably also want more. And you want to be able to elevate your life to the next level. Well, again, the person that invited you on this call, guys, that's what they want to offer you. That's what they want to show you. So again, I'm going to share my screen, guys. We're going to jump right into it. And we have some big announcements, guys, that we're going to share with you guys as well. But real quick, if you guys can see my screen, if you guys can hear my voice when I share this, if you guys could please just type 111 in the chat. I want to make sure that you guys can hear me and see me. So guys, like I said, I was a Crown Ambassador inside of CONEQTX, and guys, the brand of CONEQTX has decided to actually partner and merge with a company called CONEQTX, and we're actually pre-launching a brand called CONEQTX. Can I see some CONEQTX in the chat, guys? I'm extremely excited about this partnership. I'm extremely excited about this move because, again, this is going to bring immense value to the new customers, to the people that are a part of this brand, and just be able to help them elevate their lives. The mission, guys, behind CONEQTX, though, is to really just help individuals with their finances, right? Help them elevate their life, be able to design a life of freedom and give you purpose. CONEQTX's, basically parent company is a publicly traded company called InvestView. You guys can actually look up this company. They are publicly traded. You guys can see their stock price. You guys can see how they've done. Like I said, it's publicly traded, so you're able to see their financials. You're able to see what they've done year after year. You know, they've done over $300 million in revenue, guys, and they've been in business for over 10 plus years. This for us, guys, was a longevity play. We wanted to be able to have a long-term vision for our affiliates, for our customers, and just for our community. So again, CONEQTX though is going to be that digital brand, guys. It's the #1 trading app, the #1 trading educational platform on planet Earth, guys. Nobody could touch CONEQTX. Nobody could touch our app, our education, the things that we've made. CONEQTX, guys, is everything that you've already had plus more. Now, before we jump into the information, because a lot of you guys are new, I got to talk about this first, honestly. You know, when I came into this industry, all I knew what to do was how to go to school, how to get good grades, and how to get a job, and then hopefully retire after 40 years of working at that job. You know, I was only taught how to leverage myself. I mean, in the chat, guys, can you type 111 in the chat if you work a job, if you work a 9 to 5, and that's okay. You know, that's all I knew as well. I only knew how to leverage myself. Well, I learned that the most successful people in the world, like 5%, the wealthiest people, the top echelon people in the world, the 5%, guys, has 95% of the world's wealth. And they do that because they don't even leverage themselves. They leverage either their money or they leverage a system. And they don't have to leverage themselves. And that's what we're going to share with you guys here today, is how to do that. Now, what you're going to learn is you're going to learn the skill set of trading. Now, some of you guys might have been interested in trading, but you just don't even understand what it is. Trading really, guys, is just the act of buying or selling financial assets in an attempt to make a profit. Now, the most common markets are your stock markets, right? The Apples, the Amazon, the Google, now StockX. You guys probably heard of StockX. You actually guys can look at the invest view on the stock market as well. We got commodities, gold, silver, oil. We got futures. We got crypto like Bitcoin, Ethereum, things like that. And then Forex, guys, is the foreign exchange. It's the entire the financial currencies all over the world. But there's a reality check that most of us need right now. There's a statistic that says that 67% right now, guys, of US people are living paycheck to paycheck. Some of you guys on this call might be living paycheck to paycheck. And it's a sad reality, because right now AI is really taking over the entire world. You guys can walk into a gas station, you can walk into Walmart, you can walk into Target. Some of these places don't even have employees anymore. Everything is ran by AI. And there was a study that said that over 50% of world jobs could be eliminated due to AI. So most people, they need a plan B. They need something to supplement their income. And that's what we're going to share with you guys here today. Now, most people, they won't start trading because, one, they just believe there's a huge, massive knowledge gap. They don't understand like what the financial markets are. They don't even know how to begin to do it. And if they do try to do it, it looks complex, and they don't understand the access that they need in order to be successful. And if you look on TikTok, YouTube, it is just, you know, pulling strings, trying to figure out guidance on who to follow. Well, that's the solution that we're putting out there, guys. See, if you find a solution in the world that there's a problem, if you find a problem in the world, you want to be the solution. And that's what CONEQTX is, guys. It's an entire platform designed to help brand new people that have never traded before, that want to make money and that want to learn how to leverage their money, how to do it. It's going to show you the market research. It's going to give you the financial education. But on top of it, you're going to get access to the community and mentorship, which is needed in order to be successful. Now, I'm going to show you guys some tools. I'm going to show you guys some of the things that we offer inside this CONEQTX brand. But just understand something, that trading does involve risk. You know, nothing in life is going to be easy, right? Like becoming successful, becoming a part of that 5% of the world, guys, is not going to become easy. But we've tried to make it as simple as possible. And we do that through a couple different ways. We do have an academy. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a full-blown, go at your own pace, 0 to 100 way for you guys to learn how to trade, right? It'll teach you fundamentals. It'll teach you what strategies to follow. It'll teach you the background of trading and really just kind of set you up for success. And you guys can go, like I said, at your own pace through the academy. My favorite part to learn, though, is more of hands-on. We do have live streams as well, where our educators, our professionals, they'll go live. They'll show you their analysis. They'll show you what they're doing in the markets. And then when they see a potential trade idea, they'll actually tell you what they're doing, and you guys can actually do what they're doing and maybe even see a lot of the same results that they get. This is really where you guys can learn and earn at the same exact time. But our hottest product that we have inside this platform is our Tap to Trade platform. Guys, this is an app that's going to go on your phone. You're basically going to put some money in a broker. A broker is kind of like a bank account, guys. You just take some money from your bank account, you put it in a broker. And when you have that broker, you set it up with the app. And what happens is when our experts, when they take a trade, if you like the trade, all you have to do is just tap approve. You guys could be working. You guys could be doing whatever you're doing. As soon as you get a notification, guys, you could just tap approve and that's it. Whatever happens with the trade is all done for you. So we got people all over the world right now that are busy professionals, moms, dads that just have no time, but they're still able to participate and start trading in a simple, very, very duplicatable way. So Tap to Trade, guys, are really our hottest software. Now, once you've started to learn, though, we have other ways to trade as well. We have some scanners that you guys can open up whenever you want and kind of trade how you want to trade. If you want to be more aggressive, more conservative, you can open those scanners up, guys, and trade all throughout the day. We have different journals, calendars, and just different tools for you guys to be successful. Now, we do have a travel side as well. So if you're the type of person that wants to have more experiences, well, a part of this CONEQTX brand, guys, it's not just about making money. It's also about having experiences. So our travel portal, guys, is going to give you discounts on hotels, flights, car rentals. I actually just got a discount going to the Dells here, guys, in a couple of weeks with my family. And it gave me discounts on the hotel and also the water park. So there's a bunch of stuff that you guys can get on the travel portal. But with our travel platform, if you guys are active inside of this entire community for just 1 year, you get a free trip, a 7-day stay for completely free for just staying active. So if you get started, guys, and you maintain your subscription for just 1 year, you're gonna get a free 7-day trip, guys, at the end of it. So if you want to get started and you want to be a part of the core, which is just the trading side of things, guys, it's $250, and then it's $179 a month. Now, again, that's going to give you access to the academy, the live streams, the trading tools, Tap to Trade, all of the different trade ideas. Our Pro is where you guys get access to the scanners, you get access to the travel, and you also get that 7-night luxury resort certificate, guys, as well. So that's $499, and then that's just $179 a month. But like I said, this call is special. Can you guys type special in the chat? Because I got something that I'm going to show you guys that we are doing just for this group. So like I said, guys, I was a part of CONEQTX for 3.5 years. We decided to do a strategic partnership, really a power move to be a part of this publicly traded company. And guys, right now, right after this call, you actually can get started on the core membership. Instead of paying $249, you guys can get started here for $179. We're actually going to waive the $249 enrollment fee, and you guys can lock your spot. You can be a founder, right? A part of this pre-launch, and get your business started, guys, today for $179. Can I see some founders in the chat, guys? All you have to do is get back to the person that invited you on this call. They'll send you the getting started link, guys. And when you're checking out, you're just going to use the promo code founder in order to get that price. So again, instead of paying $249, guys, you can literally get started for $179. Lock in your position, get access to everything that I just talked about, plus everything else that's a part of the CONEQTX brand, guys, for $179. Now, we are also going to drop, if you are an affiliate here with us and you Now, that's pretty fire. The whole goal here, guys, is 1, to double our community, but then 2, just bring way more value to our customers and to our community, guys. So again, you guys can get started for $179 right now with the founder package. Every person that you do end up getting started is going to be a raffle into the drawing to win those prizes. Now, if you're someone though that's on this call is like, yeah, cool, I don't care about the price. I'm ready actually to make a full commitment, and I want to be here, and I want to be as most successful as I possibly can. We do have some prepay options as well, where you guys can commit for 3, 6, or 12 months. Most people that really want to have the most success, they commit for 12 months. They're like, hey, I want to be a year from now. I want to commit to this. I want to learn the skill set, and I want to go see how successful I can be with this thing. So we do have the options there for that as well. But this is where we're going to switch gears, guys. This is where, that's really the customer side of things. People, if they just want to learn the skill set, if they just want to trade, they do become customers. But, for me, when I was 22 and I saw this industry, I was going to school, I was working, and I had no money. I was the statistic. I was living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, I wasn't even living paycheck to paycheck. I was living like, my next paycheck was already spent before I even got it. That was the life that I was living. So when I saw the second half, it's what got me excited, guys. It got me excited because I was like, you know what? This is where I can actually put my sweat equity into this. I can put my own effort into this. I can get paid based off of how hard that I work. And I wanted to go build a paycheck. And that's exactly what I did, guys. Now, 14 years later, I mean, this thing has drastically changed my life. And I have the privilege of, transitioning this over to my best friend. I mean, he's been my best friend, my business partner for, I think, going on the entire time, 14 years. I was almost his best man at his wedding. He was the best man at my wedding. And I've seen him help people all over the world, achieve financial freedom. And that's why he's my business partner, because together, we've been able to do some pretty incredible things. And what he's going to do, guys, is he's going to walk through and he's going to break down how you guys can go build a paycheck. And he's the example of who you truly want to be. He's a God-fearing man. He's a father. He's a husband. And he's a hard-working individual. So Joey, man, thank you so much, bro, for being on here. But I'm going to pass this over to you. Show these guys how they can go create a paycheck. Show them how they can utilize this promo. Show them how they can win those prizes, and how we can go double our community. But guys, thank you so much. Joey, the floor is yours, bro.
All right, brother. Type some fire emojis in the chat for my brother, Mr. Matthew Thayer, real quick. He did you hear him on there? I don't know if y'all heard him. He said, I almost was the best man in his wedding. Listen, that is my brother, my best friend. But my older brother made the best man. He was right behind him, though. Thayer just didn't have an older brother, so I was that best man. But, me and him had started at the bottom together. We had no clue how to do this thing. All we knew was we just had big dreams and goals, and we didn't want to work a job for the rest of our life. We were all taught the same thing: go to school, get good grades, get that job, and then work that job for the rest of your life. Well, I barely could get through high school, okay, let alone getting through college. I hate jobs. I hate being told what to do. We have one shot on this planet. We're God's highest form of creation. We can do anything we want. If you can think it, you can touch it. And if you can touch it, you can have it. And so my wheels were spinning. At 22 years old, I was working at LA Fitness selling memberships. I was going to college, a community college, because my parents said, you either get out of the house or you go to school. Okay. Keep in mind, I graduated high school 2 years late. And so I'm just like, all right, I'll go to school because I have nowhere else to go. So I'm going to live at home, go to school, work full time, and just trying to figure out my path. Like I said, just like some of you might be on this call, just trying to figure out your purpose. And I just remember sitting at work thinking, dude, there's got to be something else out there, because I'd work 2 weeks, right? I'd work at 8 a.m. I'd get off at 5. I'd work out. I wouldn't get home till 7:30 p.m. I'd go to bed, or I'd make dinner. I'd go to bed, and I'd wake up and I'd do it all over again. 2 weeks would go by. I'd get the paycheck. Finally, it's payday. I got a whole lot of bills. And I remember looking at the paychecks, and there were like $460 for every 2 weeks. And I'm just like, there's no way I'm going to ever be able to live a cool lifestyle at this income. And then, the people that I was working with were trying to steal my sales. Everyone else was trying to get the assistant manager position. So it was this toxic environment. My wife graduated from the University of Minnesota. She was managing a bank. And so she was 22 years old as well. We're from Minnesota, born and raised. And so my wheels were spinning. I'm like, dude, I got my high school sweetheart, the hottest girl in my school. I want to be a great provider. We want to live an incredible life. She was homeschooled up until 11th grade. And so we wanted to be stay-at-home parents. We wanted to homeschool our kids instead of shipping them off to the indoctrination camps. Right. And so, again, I'm just thinking all these things, and I'm scrolling on social media back in 2012, and there's people that were my age or younger making more money than me starting businesses from their bedroom, their basement, whatever. And I'm like, social media is popping off big time back in 2012, right? And so I ended up meeting a guy at the gym. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. I ended up meeting a guy that was making $150,000 a month. He came into the gym every single day at 10 a.m. He had a brand new, it was a 2012 Range Rover Sport autobiography. And I was just like, damn, that is such a sick car. And you could just tell by the way he carried himself, his shoulders back. He was talking to everybody in the gym. He had this confidence and posture. I didn't know what he did, but I could tell he was successful. And we just started building a relationship. And one day he came up to me in the locker room and he goes, listen, man, I coach people all over the world, teach them how to become financially free, and I can teach you. And here I was thinking, you can teach me how to be financially free. Okay, what are you talking about? I'm going to school full time. I'm working full time. I don't have a degree yet. Like what's going on here? And so I just felt like he was trying to sell me something. I wasn't exactly sure. I blew him off, saw him at the gym the next day. He walks right up to me, hands me an audio out of his gym bag, and he shoves it in my chest and he goes, you don't know what you don't know. He said, listen to that audio. And the people that I was working with were like, dude, don't listen to him. He's a scammer. And I'm just like, whatever. He drives a Range Rover. None of us do. So I at least put the CD in the car. And I had a 1994 Honda Accord that I paid $600 for, that every time it rained, it leaked on me through the windshield. And I put the CD in. And the first thing he says on that audio, it was him speaking at a big event in Chicago. He goes, how many people in this room would like to earn, by a show of hands, would like to earn a passive residual income that comes in every single month that covers the bills of your lifestyle? Everybody in the room raised their hand. And he goes, why don't you have that? And I remember thinking to myself, why do I not have that passive residual income that covers my bills? We all have residual bills: car payment, car insurance, rent, mortgage, electric bill, cable, Wi-Fi. If you quit working your job, do those bills stop? No. So he introduced me to residual income. He said they never taught this to us in school, right? They taught us about the War of 1812, 2x minus b, read Huckberry Finn instead of reading Think and Grow Rich, or instead of reading Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, right? He said we learn nothing about making money in school, but residual income is something that you want to learn. If you get a taste of it, you'll run through a brick wall to go get it again, because it's money that keeps coming in every single week for work you started in the past or work you did in the past, right? So I get paid every single week. Matt gets paid every single week, right? Ali, Landon, Dr. China, Harat gets paid every single week for the work they started years ago. Does that not just seem like a better way? To me, that seems like a better way. And he introduced me to this industry. I remember pulling up to his house, Range Rover, BMW, beautiful family. He had a second home in Las Vegas because he was spending way too much on state income tax here. So he would spend 6 months out of the year in Las Vegas. And so this entire life that he had, I remember pulling up, I had to pop my hood on my car, disconnect my battery because I had the subs in the back that my wiring was all messed up and it kept draining my battery even when I pulled out the key. So I pulled up to his house, embarrassed, disconnected my battery, but I remember thinking to myself, whatever he's doing, I'm all in. And he sat me down in a computer chair and he said, watch this video for 20 minutes. I'm going to go upstairs, take some calls, and I'll be right back down here when it's over. I said, sounds good. I sat in this chair, I watched this video, and I remember thinking to myself, if this is real, my life is about to change. That's exactly what I thought. I know some people look at this and they'll get on these calls and they'll be like, that's not for me, or all those things are stupid. I remember looking at this and when I started seeing the compensation plan that I'm about to show you guys, I got so excited for the idea of that I was going to be able to build a business from the palm of my hand, have a mentor who is making more money in a month than anybody I knew made in a year. I can learn high-paying skill sets. I can travel the world, enjoy life, choose my own hours, and there's ranks you can hit, and each rank comes with a better paycheck. And I'm like, dude, this is like a real-life video game that the better you get, the higher the ranks you're going to get. And the more successful you're going to become, and the more people that you're going to impact. But the only way you get to these higher ranks is by helping other people win. And you help enough people win in life, and you help them get what they want, and by default, you're going to go ahead and you're going to get what you want. So I'll go ahead and share my screen with you, and then I'll kind of share the rest of my story after I watched that video from that guy and kind of share how it went from there. But if you just want to trade with us, guys, you can just trade with us. People all over the world, all over here in the United States, all over Latin America, Colombia, Peru, Argentina, Mexico, people all over Scandinavia, all over Europe, Middle East, it doesn't matter. India, there's people all over the world that are a part of this community that absolutely love trading with our educators, trading with our strategies, our academy, everything that we have to offer. This is the gold standard when it comes to trading education, Forex, crypto, stocks, commodities, and everything like that. And so again, if you just want to trade with us, you can just trade with us. But if you want to go out there and share this with people and earn a residual income, a lot of people are doing that as well. I mean, for me, when I saw this, I already wanted to learn how to trade. I knew it was a high paying skill set. And I knew a lot of the wealthiest people in the world were in finance and they were trading. And so I thought that was a pretty good idea. And so when I started trading, I'm like, bro, when I started going through the platform, I'm like, I can't be the only one that is liking this. I have a whole network I could share this with, right? There's 1,000 people in my class in high school. I went to, Century College for a little bit. I had 10 different jobs. I have a network. Like, there's other people out there looking and praying for an opportunity that don't want to go get a second or third job, right? That don't even like their first job. And so why don't I go share it with some people? And that's exactly what I did. And so here's what can happen if you decide to do so. So you're going to get a back office website. It's going to track your entire business online in real time. It's password protected. It tracks all your people, all your incomes. All you have to do, if you're brand new to this industry right here, you have to get good at one thing. You don't have to get good at doing this PowerPoint. You have to get good at inviting. And the more people that you invite to see this information, the more success you're going to have. Okay. So maybe you want to invite people to calls just like this that we do. Maybe you want to show your network a 20-minute YouTube video. Maybe you want to get this PowerPoint and send it yourself, or whatever the case is. There's a handful of ways that you can get eyeballs on this information, right? Maybe you want to run a CRM system with a ClickFunnels leading to the video, whatever it is. There's so many different ways to go out there and share this. But what I do know is people want to learn how to trade and people want to make money from home. And people are just sick and tired of being sick and tired. So I'm like, dude, I'm going to go share this with my entire network before somebody else does. And when you get started here, it's like you're a franchised individual. The company is built. The systems are built. Everything is built for you. All you need is a couple $100 and a dream. And you need to be teachable and coachable. And you need to stay the course, because anything worth having, it takes time, effort, and energy. And it's not always super simple. It's not always easy, right? So you got to be committed, but you're going to get access to our webinars, our training, our mentorship that we have, our customer support, the comp plan, everything. And so we started at the bottom, just like everybody else. I know sometimes people will say, oh, well, they got in early. Dude, I started at the bottom of this industry. Same comp plan that you guys get to start with. I have the same back office that you guys have. I have the same products and services that you guys have. I've been doing this a little bit longer. I've been doing this with Matt for 14 years. And so this isn't just something we started a couple weeks ago, but here's how it goes. Like Matt said, he showed you there's a monthly fee, right, of $179. If you go out there and refer 4 people to get started, they will waive your monthly fee, or they will apply that monthly fee, or apply members who maintain active, personally enrolled members on a core membership or higher qualify for a membership credit. Okay. Some companies, they waive your monthly fee. This company, it's your credit for your subscription. So refer 4, and you don't pay a membership fee anymore. But now you have 4 people in your group, right? They can talk about something a lot faster than you can by yourself. Money making is a team sport. This is where leverage comes in. I mean, my mentor told me this. He said, Wilson, the most you could ever do if you're working a job, you punch the clock, you work an hour, you get paid an hour, you have no tax benefits. You could do what, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, 84 man hours until you burn out and fry. He said, why don't you just go refer 4 people to give you a few hours a week? And now you literally just replaced the most you could ever do. And that's when he opened my eyes to leverage. Wealthy people find and look ways to earn off of leveraging people or leveraging their money to make them more money. So now you have a group of 4 people, right? They can talk about something a lot faster than you can. So maybe they get on the trading calls. Maybe they start making a little bit of money trading. Maybe they know some people in their network that want to make some more money, whatever the case is. So they start sharing this with their network. Tomorrow, maybe they invite them to a call. 4 grows to 12 customers. Not you putting in 12 personally, you getting a few who go out and get a few. So 4 grows to 12. Now you're earning $600 a month as a senior consultant. Okay, if you're living in America, $600 a month part-time, that's incredible. That's an extra couple of vacations a year. Maybe that's your car payment. Maybe that's your grocery bill. But that's an additional residual income stream that you now have on top of whatever job you're working, whatever business you're running. You now have another stream of income. The average millionaire has 7 streams of income. If you're from outside of the US, maybe you're from Colombia. Maybe you're from Trinidad, where your average income is $500 a month in your country. This is full-time income. for people in those countries. This is life changing. And that's why there's people all over the world in third world countries that love the industry of network marketing, because they can make just as much staying at home with their families, earning from their phone, as they can at a normal paying job where they got to go, for 60 hours a week. So again, it doesn't just stop there. Now you have a team of 12. Okay. So let's keep it growing. You push over the first couple dominoes, everything that comes through that in the months and years, you're going to get a piece of, right? So 12 grows to 30 customers. You just hit executive consultant. This is going to pay you $1,000 a month in residual income. Okay. Type fire emojis in the chat if you want an extra $1,000 a month or an extra $12,000 a year in passive income hitting like clockwork because you put in some work over the next couple weeks from now and built a team of 30 people. Not you getting 30 by yourself, you getting a few who could go get a few, and boom, congratulations. Every week, you're going to receive a check for $250. But again, it doesn't just stop there. 30 grows to 70 customers. You just hit the level of marketing director. That's going to pay you $2,000 a month. I remember when I first got started in the industry at 22 years old, I'm like, man, $2,000 a month. My best friend was getting paid by his dad $500 a week as a salary for construction. I hated working construction. And I'm like, dude, if I can match what he makes in passive income and now I'm free at 22, that was so lit. So I know there's some 19, 20, 21, 22-year-olds, maybe you're college students, maybe you don't make that much money yet at your job, but an extra $2,000 a month, let's go wrap that up in the next 30 days and make that happen. And success loves speed. And I promise you, we can go make it happen if you really want to, but it doesn't stop there. 70 grows to 200. Okay, 70 people. Maybe some of them get excited and it grows to 200 over the course of the next 30 days. Okay, 200, you hit the level of regional marketing director. That's going to pay you $3,700 a month. Listen, you can hit whatever level you want to on this chart. There's a map, a blueprint, a path, and there's mentors that have came before you that have hit every level on this chart other than legend. Okay, so we can teach you how to do it. Obviously, to go make $600 a month, that's going to be a little bit easier than if you want to go make $85,000 a month. Okay, so you can hit whatever level you want to on this chart, guys. Like I said, and so the last thing I wanted to touch on this one more time, and then I'll finish up my story, and then we'll close up the call. But yes, like Matt said, you can get started today for $179. So off the lowest pack, you're getting $70 off right up front. Okay, and then anyone you get to enroll, every member that you get to enroll is a qualified raffle ticket, and you can have as many in the raffle as you want. So if you get 20 personal enrollments, you have 20 raffles, and it's going to go from tonight at midnight Mountain Standard Time until July 2nd Mountain Standard Time at midnight. Okay. And then we'll do the raffle after that. And you can earn either an iPhone, you can earn a MacBook Air. We have AirPods, Think and Grow Rich books. We've done this before. We've done the Think and Grow Rich books in Las Vegas. Tippa got my last MacBook, right? He had a really crappy computer before that. He's a trader. He's an amazing builder. And when I showed up with that MacBook, I know exactly what it feels like to break the seal on that, crack it open, and you're running your business and you're trading on a brand new laptop. I understand being 22 years old in this industry with a broken iPad, trying to trade, trying to build the industry. And then you go get your brand new laptop and it's like, oh my gosh, dude, everything 100X from there. And so go out there, share this with the world, get them started for $179 so they can get their foot in the door and actually see the value that we have our hands on, get them on calls just like this. So they want to go run through a brick wall to go build this thing and go grab a new iPhone, go grab a new MacBook Air and put yourself on the leaderboard. Okay. So with that being said, guys, the last thing I will say is he came down those stairs after the presentation was over. And I remember checking it out. It was a presentation of a guy named Carlos showing his old car that he had, the Toyota. And then he was able to go to the BMW dealership and pick out any car he wanted. He was also able to take his mom, retire his mom, move her to his state where he was. And then he took her to the Lexus dealership and he said, go buy any car on me. Don't even worry about it. And I remember watching the presentation. I'm just like, this is crazy. Because my parents have done so much for me. I would love to take my mom to the dealership. I'd love to retire my parents, right? And then just talking about the numbers and the lifestyle and the impact you can have. But the most important thing that this industry provides an individual is the personal development. It really is. It's not the trading. It's not the business. All of that, of course, that is it. But around all of that is personal development. Being surrounded by people that actually have the life that you want to live. My mentor told me, he said, Joey, you can go to school for business, but who's teaching you about business? It's a guy that makes $50,000 a year. God bless him, but he can't teach you how to make $50,000 a month or be financially free. If he could, he wouldn't be teaching. He'd be doing it. And so he said, stop listening, watching, and doing what broke people are doing, and start listening, watching, and doing what successful people are doing. Because if you do what they do and you say what they say, you can have what they have every single time. He said you wouldn't take weight loss advice from someone that's overweight. Why would you take financial advice from people that are broke? And so, again, I checked out the video at his house May 1st of 2012. I said to myself, if this is real, my life's about to change. He came down and he goes, that was awesome, wasn't it? And he put his hand up for a high five. It was like a sales script. And he started shaking his head because he said, because that's basically how it works. If he shakes his head, I'm going to shake my head. And he had a big smile. He goes, that was awesome, wasn't it? Are you ready to get started? And I'm like, dude, that was sick. But I don't know. I've never seen anything like this before. To be honest with you, if I had to write down my dream career, it's everything I could ever ask for. Learn high-paying skill sets, get my money working for me in the markets, be my own boss, choose my own hours, travel the world, have business tax deductions just like any other business owner out there, leveraged income. Like, this is checking every single box. But I said, I'm skeptical. He said, I'm rich. How's skeptical working out for you? I said, if I get started today, I have $3 left over. He said, if you want to, what I told you earlier, he's like, if you want something different, you got to do something different. And I gave him my card. I got started that day. And I remember driving home. He gave me a $20 bill. He opened his junk drawer. He handed me a $20 bill. And he said, get to my meeting later tonight. I speak in Edina. And I said, all right, cool. I remember sputtering home in my Honda. And I'm like, well, I have no money left. And I just signed up for something where I have no idea if this is real or not. So I'm willing to give it a legitimate shot regardless, because this looks like the dopest thing I've ever seen in my life. And for 14 years, you guys, I've been busting my butt in this industry. That one of the first things he told me to do was consider the source. If you buy someone's opinion, you got to buy their lifestyle. So when people give you advice on this, have they ever made $25,000 a month in this industry before? Or do they not even have 10 grand in their own bank account? Be careful whose advice that you're taking. And so he also told me to get a crystal clear picture of what I wanted my life to look like. And he said, what type of house do you want to live in? What type of cars do you want to drive? If you want, who do you want to give back to? Get as close to that picture in your mind as possible. And then we'll reverse engineer it. And I'll show you the simple daily disciplines compounded over time. He said, it's 1,000 days. He said, it's 1,000 days. Put the tunnel vision on, put the blinders on for 1,000 days and just go get it done. He said, that's what it takes. It's a 3 to 5 year plan. Don't look left. Don't look right. Just keep pushing. And focus not on the price that you have to pay, but on the prize. He said, you can have whatever it is you want out of life using this as the vehicle to get you there. He said, this is a viable way. He used to be a doctor. He was a very high-speed chiropractor in the town I grew up in. He was so skeptical at this industry, but he went to his first training because the guy that invited him, the company bought him an airplane for an airplane bonus. And he's like, all right, this is a high-speed guy. And he knew the guy, so he went. And he was wearing a shirt that said, trust me, I'm a doctor. And he said he was sitting in the back with his arms crossed, and he watched all these people walk across the stage that were making more money than him, that weren't nearly as smart as him, but they got good at something worth getting good at. And that's building residual income and leveraged income in the industry network marketing. I mean, there's a reason why Patrick Bet-David made the majority of his money in this industry. Ed Mylett made the majority of his money in this industry. Robert Kiyosaki, he's known as the mentor to the millionaires. Okay, not the mentor to the broke people. Wrote the #1 best-selling personal finance book in the history of the world, Rich Dad Poor Dad. Massive advocate for this industry. He said, if I had to go back and start all over and do it all over again, I'd find a good network marketing company where I have a couple $100 in a dream, and I'd go become financially free using network marketing. Warren Buffett, the #1 investor of all time, he owns a company called The Pampered Chef. Your parents might have sold it. It's Tupperware, right? It's Tupperware for your kitchen. That's network marketing. So you might have seen the pink Cadillacs. Your mom might have sold Mary Kay growing up. Whatever the case is, this industry isn't on trial. This industry does more revenue than the NFL and the movie industry and the music industry combined. And you can research that yourself. This is one of the highest paid industries in the world, but it's also one of the biggest industries that people fail. It's a double-edged sword. And I was cool with that. Why do people fail? Because they quit. Because they take advice from people that are broke. They take advice from people that have never done this before, and they quit before they ever strike gold. Just like January 1st, when the gym is packed, January 14th, it's dead again. Why? Because they didn't get fit fast enough. So then they quit. Well, for me, I didn't have a quit bone in my body. I literally just thought about our dream house on a lake in Minnesota and then living in Scottsdale part-time in the winters. I thought about having a girl first and a boy second. I thought about being stay-at-home parents. I literally would think about these things every single day, and then I would go to work. And then I would go to work, right? And that's just what it was. I would do personal development. I would think about what I wanted my life to look like. I made a list of 200 names on a piece of paper, first name, last name, phone number. On top of that list, I wrote SW, some will, some won't, so what? And I went to work, and I did not care what anybody thought. If you said yes, awesome. If you said no, awesome. No means not now. It's all good. I'm just going out there and I'm showing everybody as fast as humanly possible, because again, this business is like a jet taking off the tarmac. A jet doesn't go 30% speed to get off the ground. It goes 90% speed and uses the majority of its fuel in its takeoff. But once it's off the ground, it's soaring through the air. And so I had no money when I first got started. I had $20 left, or whatever it was, $3 left over to my name. By year 3.5, I walked across stage in front of 15,000 people and received a ring that said 100K Club with my last name on it for earning $100,000 that year in passive residual income. I was 24 years old. And I'm like, dude, this is crazy. Making over 10 grand a month in passive income at 24. And we kept moving, we kept pushing. And it was not always easy. And it never happened on my timeline. It's always on his timeline. When God's timing meets your preparation, that's when the magic moment happens. But we don't know when that magic moment is, but that's when you strike gold. But by 28 years old, me and Matt ended up clearing over $1 million in a year. And that was just a massive breakthrough that we had, because that was the same year I had my daughter. And before 9 months prior to that, me and him were splitting 10 grand a month. And so people underestimate what they can do in a year, but they overestimate, or people overestimate what they can do in a year, but they underestimate what they can do in 5. So me and Thayer were grinding. And then boom, struck gold, went from 10 grand a month to 100 grand a month in a 9-month period. And it was absolutely insane. And again, the only way we got here is by helping develop other people, bringing people into this thing, plugging them into the system, helping them get earn money on the charts, helping them get value from our platform, and then going out there and helping them share this with people and build a team and build a residual income. And so we've created countless 5-figure earners. But how we ended up got to the $1 million a year mark is by helping 10 people create a 6-figure residual income. And so, again, like I said in the beginning of the call, help enough people get what they want out of life, and by default, you'll get what you want. When I first got started, I had zero business being in business. I can't even believe the guy I can't believe he showed me this. He was the number 4 income earner of the company. He didn't even have to, but he just was showing everybody. And that's our goal now, is we just go out there. We're looking for the right people to get on the bus. We know what we have our hands on. And we just understand that if we don't share this with our network, somebody else will. And so I truly believe that people get a couple opportunities in a lifetime to become massively wealthy. Most people pass over all of those opportunities. And then they just wake up one day and say, what the heck, what just happened? This is one of those opportunities where you will be called lucky, right? Have you ever met someone or do you know someone that made a bunch of money and you're like, oh man, that dude got lucky? This is the industry where if you lock in for 3 to 5 years, you'll wake up on the other side a completely different person. And here's what my mentor told me. He said, the time's going to pass either way, whether you do this or you don't. Me and Matt have a lot of friends that were all in with us, and then they ended up quitting because they didn't wait 3 years. They didn't want the 3 years to become successful. We waited. And where are they right now? The same place or worse before they even got in back in the day. And so we have a great thing on our hands here. We're very blessed to have this opportunity. I want to read this one thing. Andy Frisella said this today on his story. He owns First Form Nutrition. He's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. The dude's just a legend. But he's all about personal development and taking action and dreaming big. And he said, be the person who restores hope to the hopeless. Be cool, be kind, build people up. Teach something you wish you had known. And that's exactly what we do here. I just listened to another podcast earlier today, and this other guy was talking about the same thing Ed Milet talks about, the same thing all the entrepreneurs are talking about that are actually worth listening to, is learn high-paying skill sets in 2026. Trading is a high-paying skill set, and we're teaching people all over the world how to do it. But also, so is building your network marketing business and becoming a leader, better communication skills, better leadership skills, better branding skills, marketing, and really creating a story for you guys to go out there and tell to the world and build an online residual income that can set you guys up for the rest of your life. So if you want to get started and just trade with us, you can just trade with us. If you want to get started and trade and make a little bit of money, maybe make, you know, $1,000 a month, maybe make $2,000 a month, you guys can do that too. But there might be a couple of you on here, maybe one or two, that are like, dude, this guy needs to shut up already. I'm ready to sign up and I want to go 6 figures in the next 90 days. If that is you, do exactly what my mentor told me to do. Make a list on a piece of paper of 200 names, first name, last name, phone number. On top of that list, write SW, some will, some won't, so what? Take a picture of that list, send it to me, send it to the person that invited you on this call, and I will personally help you do your launch call and take your business to the next level. So with that being said, if you guys want to get started, go ahead and get back with the person that invited you on this call. Let's light this raffle up like crazy. $179 to get started after midnight tonight. This raffle is about to go bonkers, and this is going to pre-launch us into straight up momentum for anybody that wants to capitalize on this wave. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody for hopping on this call and listening in, and I'll see you guys at the top because the bottom is way too crowded. Let's get it, guys. Have a good night. Peace.